Welcome to Creepy Critters, where me and usually Fiona talk about a cryptid and some lurid details. But today we have a guest co-host, which is Brianne.
Hi.
Yeah. So Fiona is doing a whole coding boot camp so they can make the world's most obtuse porn website. So we need to, I need to get some people. Momo's away, so you only have half of your bone cold leaders here. But to fill in as, I guess, Lieutenant Brianne, we're going to be talking about just like a real horny mermaid.
Yes, thank you for thinking of me for this.
Yeah, I figure it. The reason I was thinking about it is because of the show that you do.
Yes.
Could you say a little bit about that?
I write and voice act on the audio drama Today's Lucky Winner. It is a chaotic supernatural comedy, and I voice a very horny Grim Reaper on the show. So
yeah, but yeah. So we're gonna be talking about one of the. This is, I don't know, I still feel like this is like kind of, is it? I don't know. Okay, the fun thing about a lot of Slavic monsters is there were so many very misogynist ones. Sometime in the 1900s, they had to make male versions. Because it was just women it was basically just women.
Just like Cryptid affirmative action?
Yes. I'm not joking.
That's wild.
One of the cryptids, it's the name just means slut now.
Okay, but honestly, that is kind of iconic, though.
I mean, no, it's iconic, but it's like the cryptid name. The thing about a giant bird woman who fucks people to death.
Yes,
just turned into the word slut, which again, iconic. I get it, but in the 1800s, that was bad.
Well,
that was a bad thing.
Today, I'm just like, good for her. Good for her.
Yeah, Also, have you watched Midsommar?
I have not.
Okay, well, first off, you should watch it. Also, maybe have your hands over your eyes for some of it, because some of it was real spooky. Yeah, real gory.
Like my wheelhouse is if it's a horror movie made after 1998. I'm like, it might be too spooky, but I may have to give it a shot.
Well, it's a good horror movie. Okay, do you know what a stupa is?
I do not.
Stupa. Okay, well, they have that in the movie, and it was very, very awful to watch.
Oh, I'm afraid to go do a little Googling. I'm afraid.
Well, if you want to see a comedy version of it, you can watch The Norseman.
Okay.
It's a comedy version of it.
Okay. That's more in my wheelhouse.
Let's just say it's ritual suicide of old people.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. But yeah, it's that. Also, I forgot why I got on this subject.
I just said good for her, for the bird lady who fucks. Oh yeah, no,
the reason why
people to death.
I don't trust people that say that Midsommar is a good for her movie. I think they might want to kill people.
Oh, is that like a red flag? Like you should ask that. Flag. You should ask that on a date, and if they go, yeah, good for her, you're like,
no, it's not. She's in a white supremacist cult.
That's a big red flag. That's a big red flag.
I know. I'm not really. You get most of the themes. I'm not really spoiling anything. You know what's happening in the first 20 minutes or so. But let's say, yeah, it's. Yeah, people okay, Jennifer's Body, yes, that's a good for her movie.
That's a good for her movie. That's
no,
one,
not Midsommar.
That's one made post 1998 that I vibe with.
Jennifer's Body is just no, that's a good for her movie, not Midsommar.
Yeah, as a closeted high schooler, that was earth-shattering, groundbreaking cinema for me.
Yeah, but maybe this will be a good for her cryptid.
Yes, I'm excited.
Yeah, so we're going to be talking about the Rusalki.
Rusalki.
Yeah, the Rusalki.
Okay.
And in most stories, the soul of a young woman who died in or near a river or lake would come back to haunt that waterway.
Mm-hmm.
This undead Rustaka. That's what it's called. That's the singular version of it. Rustaki is multiple. Yeah. But this undead Rustaka is not invariably malevolent and would be allowed to die in peace if her death is avenged.
Interesting.
Her main purpose, however, is to lure young men, seduced by either her looks or her voice, into the depths of said waterway, where she would entangle their feet with her long red hair and submerge them. Her body would instantly become very slippery, not allowing the victim to cling onto her body in order to reach the surface. And she would wait until the victim is drowned, or on some occasion, tickle them to death as she laughed. Oh my god, I would rather drown.
I'm thinking about that. Like, the rest of it, I'm like, oh, that sucks. That sucks. The tickle part, I go, oh no.
No, just shoot me off in the sun.
Full body reject. No, thank you.
Yeah. It is also believed that the Rustaki could change their appearance to match tastes of the men that they're about to seduce. Although Rustaki is generally considered to represent universal beauty, therefore is highly feared yet respected in Slavic culture. So, I mean, she wouldn't have to do much. Well, besides, I don't know. I'm not into water. Like, water in general is like kind of a no-go for me.
See, I'm horny and I like water. It wouldn't take a whole lot. It literally wouldn't take a whole lot. She would just have to say, like, hey, nice docks. And I've been like, just jump right in.
Yeah. And, I mean, also, there's that whole, like, Medusa from the Inhumans thing with the long red hair entangling you. Which is, which is basically, and I'm glad I got this right before this.
I love the kind of woman that will actually just kill me.
I love it.
Yes, exactly. Yes, Spike.
Yeah. So I feel like that is a pretty straightforward, like, siren thing. Feels like.
I like the detail, because sirens usually don't have that much detail, but they're like, this is the order of operations. She's gonna get slippery as shit, so don't try to run. Like, this has more detail than I think other sirens have, which I appreciate.
We're going to talk about this a little bit later, but we will have the Can They Get It segment, which is, of course, yes. But we're going to talk about how we would meet one of these and become romantically entangled.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Because I have a couple ideas, but whatever. So, yeah. While lore says that the Rustaki could not completely stay underwater, some fiction works tell of Rustaki that can climb trees and sing songs, sit on docks with only submerged feet and comb their hair, or even join other Rustaki in a dance circle in the field. A particular feature of the such stories revolves around such facts that this behavior would be limited to only certain periods of the year, normally the summer.
So they could only get out of the water like that in the summer, is how it goes?
I guess.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's like a little summer vacation.
But like, how would they kill young men in the field? They can't drown. Well, they could crush them.
They could.
I mean, that's the thing. But I mean, that you'd also just get people lining up for that.
Yeah, I was gonna say they might be a little busy. They still work all summer. It's a summer job.
I mean, yeah, it's yeah. I mean, maybe that's how they get. They pay for worldly goods that they might want.
Yeah, how they have to engage in capitalism, unfortunately. But still, they could still just be like, "Hey, you want to go for a swim?" Just kind of, you want to go for a swim? And I'd be like, "No." But he'll be like, "But I think you do," and I'd be like, "Yeah, I think I do."
But we're like, "You want to go for a swim?" Yeah, like, I mean, yeah, I don't have any swim trunks. I mean, we're gonna be skinny dip. And I'd be like,
and I would just, I would be in the water already.
Yeah. Specifics pertaining to the Rustaki differs among regions. However, most tales they live without men. In the Ukraine, they're often linked with water. In Belarus, they are linked with the forest and field. Where the land is fertile, the maidens appear naked and beautiful. In Russia, they appear as women who come out of the water on Kopala night and participate in the festival without harming anyone. In harsher areas, they are pictured as large-breasted burly women, which is
Again, where's the downside?
Mhm.
Yeah, where the fuck's
Where's
the
the downside?
downside? I'll go to a harsher
Yeah.
area. Sign me up.
Sometimes they tickle men to death. Again, I would draw the line at that. I would immediately
I'm going to
go,
get
no.
specifically in the wordage. It says tickle men to death. So I think
Oh wait! I'm not a dude.
Exactly. I think
I keep on
I
forgetting.
think we're in the clear here. It's only men who get tickled to death.
Okay, so as both non-dudes,
Yes.
I think they would just hang out.
I think they'd be pretty chill with us. Yeah.
Yeah. According to some Russian belief, the Rusalki had the appearance of don't like this unless they mean little in a different way, like petite, very pale little girls with green hair and long arms.
Don't like that. Don't like that.
If they're mean petite,
no,
that's different.
No, don't like that. No, they said girls. I don't like that.
Yeah.
That's very much The Shining there.
Yeah. In other beliefs, they were described as naked girls with brown hair, light brown hair. I think they might just be using girls as the default thing that a lot of people who don't really respect women use.
Understood. Still,
I think that's it.
Well, I think if we get to pick, I want to go with the harsh areas with the big-breasted burly women.
Yeah. In Poland, Wostoki were younger and fair-haired, while the forest ones look more mature and black hair. In both cases, if someone looked close, their hair would turn green and their face would become distorted. They killed their victims by tickling them to death or forcing them to participate in a frenzied dance. This one doesn't specify men, so we might need to stay away from the ones in Poland.
Yeah, the frenzied dance part concerns me.
I have bad legs.
And what dance is it? Am I gonna have to do TikTok dances until I die?
Also, I mean, you get a little bit of choice here, but again, they might kill you in Poland if you're a man or not.
But
it might kill you for the horny, and I don't want that.
No, but in Ukraine, it sounds like they're chill with non-men, which I'm cool with.
Yeah. Well, also in now in some places of Russia where it's harsher.
The burly women, absolutely. I'll take a trip, yeah. For burly women, I would go so far.
Yeah. Now the Rustaka were believed to be at their most dangerous during the Rustaka week in early June.
Like at this Shark time, Week.
Yeah. At this time, they're supposed to have left their watery depths in order to swing on branches of birch and willow trees by night. Swimming during this week is strictly forbidden. Lest mermaids would drag a swimmer down to the riverbed. A common feature of the celebration and this is the name of it, Rusaknaya, was the ritual banishment of the Rustaki at the end of the week, aka the wrong thing to do. What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to take them in your home.
In your heart.
Hey, I'm willing to move for you.
Yeah, we'll make this work.
Yeah.
I just like that week nobody goes swimming.
I have
nobody goes swimming that week.
Yeah, I have
Yeah.
I have U-Haul on dial. I purposely don't really unpack my stuff except for things I absolutely need.
I'm ready.
I'm willing to live close to water.
I heard you like non-men, so that means we can go on one date and the U-Haul rental will be paid for. So.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the information I have on them. Not a lot, but enough to be real interested.
I am very interested, and I'm surprised I haven't heard more of them in fiction, because the idea that something would tickle you to death or make you dance to death, horrifying, and maybe a little cinematic too. I feel like it would be interesting to see on film. I'm just surprised I haven't heard of them.
Also, I'm just real big of of like monsters that kill you for the horny.
Exactly.
I mean, it's purpose made for today's queer youth.
It is, and that would just explain why today's not even just queer youth, like queer millennials too, are like, hell yeah, I'd fuck that monster.
Hell yeah,
fuck that monster.
No, like, they're gonna kill you, yeah? Cool.
Bonus.
It's like I did the episode called The Whore Spider, which I forgot the Japanese name, but the whole thing is they lure people into an abandoned house, and they tie you up, fuck you real good, then they eat you.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. You got it. You got everything there.
Oh, okay.
Like, you get a dinner and a date. And I think they did it in the right order because I think if you know you're going to be having sex on a date, have sex first, then eat.
Yeah. You don't want to be like bloated or farty or.
No, also, like, if you're going to, like, I feel like also if you know you're going to have sex on the date and you're already like, you're past the state where like you're going to be like trying to impress each other by pretending to be something you're not, you might as well have like a good dinner.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Something that will make you like bloated and farty. Like, like get real comfortable.
Get real comfy.
Yeah, like, eat a rack and a half of baby back ribs. Like a plate of like it, but yeah. But they do it in the right order, the horse spider. And this one, I mean, I don't even think they eat you. I think they just like
tickle you.
They drown you.
Or tickle you to death. I would rather drown. I'm glad we agree on that. Hands down, I would rather drown than be tickled to death.
I would rather someone drag me out in the street and shoot me in the head than be tickled to death. Or tickle me in general, actually. Just tickle me
for 5 minutes.
Yeah, you might as well just kill me.
Yeah, the tickling part. So. I feel like I feel like I should have heard about them in fiction more because I know for someone, and I don't want to be tickled. I'm not going to yuck anyone's yums, but for someone, getting tickled is bonus for them, right? Like,
I don't. Like they're on about this. Yeah, I mean it is, but like also like I feel like they're like I don't understand it like how I don't understand foot fetishists.
Yeah, but like. Again, I'm like, I'm not going to yuck anyone's yums, and it's not for me, but I'm sure there's some things that I'm like, oh, I like that someone's like, oh, really?
Oh, no, I know there is.
Oh, really?
So, yeah.
So, no, if someone's into being tickled, though, I feel like they're going to, like, book a ticket to Poland after this. Just go hang out around the lakes and rivers.
Yeah. Like, yeah, so yeah, for the most part, like, can you think of anything else to say about them before we go to our next segment?
Good for her. I need to know where the harshest parts of the Ukraine and Russia are for no reason, not because my type of lady might drown me to death there. Yeah, I have to go do some further research for science things.
Yeah, your brain is going like when.
Yeah, that's exactly it. It's my brain does when I see women who could crush me should they so choose.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna go to the very obvious one that we're gonna be doing. Can they get it? Love comes wearing disguises. How to go about shoes. Break it down by shapes and sizes. I'm a man who's got very specific taste. Just my type. So in this segment we ask, can they get it? Which the answer is yes.
As long as they don't tickle me. I need
don't tickle.
The ones who don't want to kill non-men, if the language is indicative of that, and the ones who don't tickle. The tickling ones, I don't think, like, usually I'm like, risk it for the biscuit, but that biscuit isn't worth it if I'd get tickled to death, so no. The ones who don't like men would be chill with me, 100% they could. On site, yeah.
Well, okay, I want to ask you this, and I know this is going to be potentially heartbreaking. Do you think they're TERFs at all?
Oh. Well, if they're
See, 'cause that's
if
the
they're
thing.
turfs, then absolutely
Like,
not.
do they respect people's identities?
Yeah, if they're turfs, then absolutely not. No, they
Yeah,
can
'cause,
get the
like-
fuck. They
like,
can
if
get the
they're-
fuck away from me.
If they're like bioessentialists, then yeah, fuck
Yeah,
off.
but
Like 100%.
but in the argument that I think they wouldn't be turfs, I would think a magical sort of creature wouldn't be some sort of bioessentialist.
Yes, that's the thing. So, I want to get off on this subject real quick. So they have a lot of like queer folk writing the Why the Last Man stuff.
I was nervous at first because it's so progressive, and it was progressive for its time, but it was inherently problematic.
Yeah, yes, because they were a little bit more like, they didn't really have really any trans characters except for like one, and that wasn't really a part of their identity.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah. So I was big time concerned, but I saw that tweet that was like, it's going to affirm that trans men are men, trans women are women, and non-binary people are non-binary. And I'm like, okay, I'm a little less anxious. You better deliver.
But like, I do hope that they also point out that like one in like, I think it's like 1,500 women have like Y chromosomes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No,
And there's also some men who like, would be assigned male at birth because of their genitals, have no Y chromosome either.
Yeah.
There are people with XX chromosomes with no.
So like
with a dangus.
I think they need to acknowledge that both gender and sex are a spectrum for Why the Last Man. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I think I need active attempts at affirming that they are separate things, yet both a spectrum. I need them to do that.
Yeah, because but if you take into account the people with danguses that also have XX chromosomes, that also gets rid of half the point of the thing towards the later part where they're just like, oh shit, we need to be able to make more kids if the humans. Like,
yeah,
you just would have people.
You
would have at least a few thousand men around, which would be enough to repopulate the earth really easily.
Yeah, I think tracking the
men with danguses.
Yeah. If they track down people with beepuses and say you gotta give us some of that, that business so we can make more babies. I think if the plot were we have to track down who we have left, I would be down with that. But yeah, no, acknowledging that sex is also a spectrum, kind of changes the entire plot of that thing. Makes it more accurate. Makes it like a hell of a lot more accurate.
Yeah, because like would a lot of the like AMAB people be completely dead? Yeah, but there's also like AMAB people who don't have a Y chromosome.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And there's also the opposite where there are AFAB people who have an XY chromosome but don't have a dangus. Yep.
So yeah, they're really gonna need to do some rewriting with that to make it make it scientifically accurate for one, and then to make it not turfy for two.
Yeah, I feel like they're not gonna make it turfy. I feel like, and I hope that there's like something there where maybe what if they have a thing where like a trans woman, a trans man gets outed. Basically, like they never told anyone, they were like passing the entire time.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, that would be something.
Yeah, I think in general, just the language they use too, because in the book it's like there are no men left, no men whatsoever, no men at all in the book the whole time. So I think they even have to down to the language like. People with Y chromosomes have died. I think they need to be far less gendered. And I think just that alone would help immensely.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I'm going to watch it, and I trust that Brian K. Vaughan, who is intimately involved, as well as, having a lot of, like, queer and, like, trans folk writing for it.
Yeah, and with how much I've seen, like, he's gotten new information and, like, broadened. He's like, oh, I had this information previously that was incorrect. I understand, the idea of gender a bit better. Because, like, in Saga, I don't know if you're reading Saga, but like there's a badass trans woman in Saga who I adore. She's such a great character. And the Brian K. Vaughan who wrote Why the Last Man could not have written her. So I'm hopeful.
Yeah, so if the ones for like the non dudes, like the ones that are like full of non dudes, I'm wondering how like they work a little bit, because like are they just chill? Are they not interested at all? Like how would you insinuate yourself? Because of how I feel, you would do it, and maybe even if you were a man or whatever, I feel like you'd have to like insinuate yourself, around them, and you would do like a I feel like what you do is you get one of those like tiny water rebreather things.
Yeah, go down and be like, hey, I'm sorry to bother you.
What's up?
Sorry to bother you.
Sorry. And when they get all slippery, be like,
oh, I like that. I think that's hey girl, that's cool. I like that.
Yeah. that your body ain't gonna be the only thing that's slippery tonight.
Ooh. Already? Wow.
Yeah. Because we were talking about the Kushiyama Ona say, do I remember what this is? It's the Kusasake Ona, which is the slit mouth woman.
Yeah.
Where you say, yeah, and what me and Fiona would say is the way that we would get insinuated with them, be like, am I pretty? Like only the prettiest person around. You want to go to my place, maybe get a nightcap or something?
Hey, how you doing? You wanna go drink, I don't know. You wanna go have like a Zima at my place or something? I don't know.
Yeah. So I feel like you'd have to insinuate yourself into their environment.
I think I would like just go for a swim and be like, I'm so lonely. It would be, what if a burly
It'd be so
lady,
awful if someone with long red hair and
big burly lady came out of this harsh environment and just tackled me with her enormous hungalungamungas. That would, I think I would go that route.
Yeah. The thing is, though, I'm not good at swimming.
You wouldn't have to be.
And as I've been, no, you wouldn't have to be. And also, as I said, they don't need, as we've said, they don't need to breathe air. So
yeah, that is a plus. That is a plus.
But I think yes, like 100%. Like this is like 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10
would be murdered.
10 out of 10, please.
Unless they decide to tickle me.
Just if I could
unless they decide to tickle
if me. I can choose, it's just not being tickled. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Now, the last thing we're gonna be doing here is we're gonna be doing my new favorite segment, Gaslight Gatekeep Girl Boss.
It feels so good to be so young and have this fun and be successful. I'm so successful. Yeah.
So this is a segment where we take one of the Rustakas and we ask, would they be good at doing an MLM? Now, we decided to make it as least gendered as possible. So we decided with Cutco, because that just seems to be the baby's first MLM for a lot of people. Cutco is the one that sells knives.
Yes.
Sorry, I just saw a picture of Christina Hendricks, and I was
that'll distract you. Yeah.
Yeah. Just okay. I'm scrolling past, and but yeah. So I would say, So Cutco, what would you say?
I think they'd kill it. Not to make a pun, but I think they'd kill it.
Yeah, because I feel like in order to seduce someone, because I tend to like awkward people and stuff, but there's a level to it.
Mm-hmm.
But if they're able to seduce someone,
that's making a sale too, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's selling yourself.
Yeah, still making a sale. And then there are those ones who can change their appearance too, and those ones who are you look like whatever that person's preferred type is. I think that ability too, they can make themselves look like this appearance will put this person at ease and be in a buying mood. You know what I mean? I think they'd be
Yeah.
great at it.
Yeah, like what level do you think they would get to? Though?
I mean, if Cutco, I don't know that Cutco has their own version of like you get a pink Cadillac, but I think they'd be like a diamond, platinum, whatever seller. I think they would. They'd be like, "Do you want to see it cut through this fishing net?" I think I think they'd make all their sales during the summer when they're out walking on land and stuff. I think they'd recruit more people into their downline and be like, "Hey, I swear to God, if you don't buy all these knives and then sell them when I tell you to, I'm going to take you down to the depths and tickle you to death. This is a threat." So I think even if they couldn't convince someone, I think they could sell some fucking knives, and I think they could just threaten people into joining the MLM.
Well, okay. So here's the thing. I think they'd be good sellers, but part of being an MLM, they need a reliable downline to funnel the money up.
Yeah, and I think they could do that.
Well,
Be like, if you sell enough knives, maybe we can do it. Like that kind of thing.
But that I think that does only work for so long though. You can actually, you know what? Just don't say you're gonna do it. Just insinuate it and just get an army of simps.
Yeah, I'd just be like, ooh, maybe, ooh, sell another box.
Maybe if I get a year tier 3 subs, I'll give you my Snapchat.
Yeah. Like, well, once you're like a gold level seller, like I might be impressed. Like that kind of thing. Just string them along. I think that's their whole thing.
Yeah, no, like, you know, it's like that. It's like that one thing. Like, how many strong gamer boys?
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what they'd pull.
Yeah. How many strong gamer boys here would like my Snapchat? It's I'll sell it to you for $10.
That's it. How many strong boys in Poland or Russia or Ukraine would like the coolest knives in the world that just make me so horny? Buy a box. That'll be $400 for your first set of boxes, and you need to sell them by the end of this month.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. Do you have anything else to say?
No, I think they'd be the most terrifying at an MLM. I do. I think they might get meat. I think they would do good. I am so anti-MLM and like so much that it's written into my podcast that vampires are an MLM. But I don't know. A hot, burly, redheaded mermaid lady could probably convince me to sell a box of knives.
Yeah. Well, we're actually strangely on subject. That's okay. Here's the thing. Me and Fiona normally stretch this out by a lot more because we end up getting in a conversation about a lot more. I mean, we could do a 3-segment.
Yeah, we could do a third segment if you want.
I mean, I don't know. They're gonna get demolished by babies, though. What are they gonna do? Trip the baby? Oh, cool. And then they're just gonna get stomped
Babies
on.
can't swim.
Because they get first. Well, no, but it's on a football field.
Oh, it's on a football field.
So, yeah, that's the thing.
Well, how many?
No, I don't think it would take too much. I don't know. The thing, like every time we just do a humanoid, like that has nothing, like no claws or anything like that. Like it's just like, what's the point?
They're undead though.
Yeah, they're dead. No, then they wouldn't even.
It says they're undead. Yeah,
we have a rule with baby fight or toddler fight if you're Fiona that if they're already dead in any way, then the first baby that comes out just wins because they're already dead.
But
like the whole point of baby fight.
Undead.
Yeah, but they don't die though.
So a baby can't slay a vampire?
Well, actually, no. A baby can slay dead.
Yeah, undead is a completely different thing. Like I'm thinking about like in D&D, you have undead, you have dead. Those are very different categories.
I feel like I don't know. Honestly, no. I'm gonna save futures. I'm gonna do something good for future me for the first time in a long time, and say I want to have an easy editing session one day. I'm just gonna let this be short.
Sorry.
Let this be a short one.
Sorry, it was not longer.
No. Like no. This one doesn't have a lot to fight against. Like honestly, because a lot of it's just me trying to suppose things and be plays devil's advocate. or be getting like real upset about specific things.
But yeah, no, this is
And
very
Fiona-
much good for her.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a good for her type thing, I think. Because you know what? Oh my, we didn't even talk about this part. She could seduce someone into like just avenging her death.
Oh man, she would get me to do that so easily.
Be like, yo, that dude over there killed
I'd
me.
be like, what?
Yeah. Yeah, is there any strong gamer boys that
would
would avenge my death?
death? That would be so hot. Yeah. Yeah, no, I would consider it.
Which one of you big, strong gamer boys wants to help me out? For $10 you can have my Snapchat.
I'll give you $9.59.
Yeah, that's a steal. I'll take it.
For real? Guys, stop simping!
But yeah, do you have anything to plug?
Just my show again. Today's lucky winner. It's an audio drama. It is a chaotic supernatural comedy. We've been called Buffy for Stoners. There's sapphic romance, lots of drugs, vampires, demons, and yeah, it's tons of fun. We're actually having our season finale on October 15th, and that's going to be a dummy thick episode, but as of today, there are 23 episodes for you to binge, and yeah, you can catch us at Lucky Winner Show on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and you can find me on Twitter at Hot Sauce Ghost, so that's it.
Yeah, my name is Jesse. I have another podcast called Alphabet Flight where me and my friends talk about Marvel characters. Brianne has been on a couple weeks so far, and will definitely be on more.
Yeah.
Fiona always does the outro for this one, so I don't know it that well. I know we have a Patreon, which is patreon.com/creepycritters, where if you give some money, we don't have to pay hosting after $14.
Woo!
But you should probably give us around $20 in total. So the money that's taken out by Patreon is like, it's still covered everything. So that'll be cool. We have a PayPig slot where you get nothing but the joy of giving us money.
I think that's one of the most anti-capitalist things they could do, and I think it's really punk rock of them if they just did that.
Yeah. You're a capitalist.
Yeah. Sorry to tell you. I don't make the rules.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That's why all the people with capital should give me some money so I could do the thing where I enjoy my work and I'm not killing myself over it. Yeah. We have a Twitter, which is Secreters Pod, and there's something else. I don't know. I don't remember. But that being said, be the beautiful abomination you want to see in the wood.
Bye.
Bye.